Hello and welcome everybody to 1988. It was a leap year, so Olympics, Seoul, Korea, USSR, there was some drama there, I remember. 1988 was an interesting 80s year. There were the celebrities like Dolly Parton. I remember Brad Pitt was like the new hot stuff, and now he's old hot stuff. And Ben Hogan, one of my favorite golf companies ever, comes out with this. What might be the perfect marriage between the forged irons that we love and the cavity back forgiveness that we need. And it's a chunky monkey. This is not a dainty little club. It has some heft to it. And this club also left an impression. I remember when I was doing club fitting in the early 2000s, they were still making copies of this club, if you guys remember. I mean, this left an impression on the golf community, and it really defined what a forgiveness iron could be. And unfortunately, they only made it for 6 years or whatever. But they had other, interesting clubs coming out, and they still do. I think Callaway owns the Ben Hogan name, so they still have stuff coming out. But it's very interesting. We definitely need to dissect this under the looking glass. Of all the Hogan irons, this one's very easy to recognize. Hogan, 2 red lines, forged. That's all it says on the aft portion here, forged on the top line. And the iron number and edge and blocky square blockiness. I always loved this part right here, just the way it's cut out and these lines, how it all lines up. It looks really clean, I think, because you have this nice top line and you have this nice big chunky meaty, perimeter weighted cavity iron head. Grooves, very down to business. You can see the nice leading front edge right here. Maybe a little sharp for today's standards, but nevertheless, very nice. Spin around the heel. You can see maybe a tiny bit of offset. Just looking at this, maybe a little bit right there. And as we move up the hosel, you can see very interesting crimping right here. Just purely cosmetic, it would appear. And then there's this dimple right here. It looks like they staked it, but I guess the shaft could be pinned. Do you know, if anybody knows for certain, let me know in the comments below, but there's an interesting stake right there. And we have a serial number here on the ferrule, silver red. We move up the lovely stepped apex, famous apex shafts right here. Hogan apex, and I don't see a number on that. And they made these, obviously, I put in a little piece of tape right here, 88 to 94. And then we have a royal grip. This is kind of a tour wrap style. It's just a rubber slide-on grip. And you can see right here, maybe you can't see it very well, but it does say royal grip, and I can't read the rest of it. Yeah, I just can't read it. Sound looking iron. The only thing left to do is get it out on the range and see how it performs. This club causes problems. All right. As far as dynamically, it feels amazing. As far as looks, it looks great. As far as sound, it sounds amazing, which kind of goes with feel. It is as near perfect to a club as I've ever hit. And every time I hit one, I'm like, I should go buy a set. Every time a set becomes available, I have a set for $80. Oh, that's a great deal. I should get these. And I go somewhere else. Okay. Why is that? Let's explore that here for a second. When you get a club of this caliber as an club, emphasizing that it's just, a club, there's nothing dramatic about this. So I have a set of Arnold Palmer AP True-Matics. They're very thin and they're small blades, and every time I'm looking down at a 5-iron, I'm just like, where's this gonna go? I have no idea. And you just swing anyway and just hope for the best. And there's drama there and excitement. There are people out there who's like, on the golf course, who wants drama? And then they're sitting there watching Naked and Afraid. It's like, oh, the drama of the, security guard on the other side of the riverbank holding a rifle. So, for me, I am personally looking for a little more drama and excitement in my life. The problem with predictability is you don't get that. And so I'm looking for something not so perfect. And people complain about the rust sometimes too, and maybe the back could be a little shinier, but to me those are non-issues. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as usual, thank you to my patrons for your support. I like to give my patrons credit. I always write them a private message when any new patron comes in, ask them what they're interested in, if they would like their name in the credits. You can also support this channel by visiting my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you so much for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.